Greetings, this is Ron Smellick. Welcome to My Neighbor's Yard. In this series, I showcase clever landscaping and creations from the community in The Simpsons Tapped Out. In this video, I'm going to look at Springfields from my last challenge, the Jebediah Springfield Statue. I'm going to show you some other cool Springfields that I've come across this week, and give you a new creative challenge. As always, I want to give a special thanks to TSTO Tips. You can find their daily blog at www.tstotips.com and Nuclear Videos HD on YouTube. Both of those links will be in the description. So let's get started with the Jebediah Springfield Challenge from last episode. I'm going to go through a number of Springfields in alphabetical order, and then the last one will be the winner of my challenge. So first we have 7 Ebony 7, which has Jebediah Springfield on a virtual hill with stairs made of benches. Very cool effect. Next is aimeelamas. Now this one's a very simple Jebediah Springfield, but I just like the paths in the cardinal directions there. This Jebediah Springfield is out behind the elementary school surrounded by flowers, and this is by Ancash 105. Anyone sends this Jebediah Springfield surrounded by hedges and a park. Here's a clever one. Brucesims put his Jebediah Springfield in the middle of the river, and his is a city that has hedges surrounding just about every building. It looks rather nice. Johnny 13 Lays 717 has his Jebediah Springfield in a small park out behind the Krusty Burger. And Rowanosull has their Springfield in a very nice little park with wrought iron fences, hedges, flowers, and heart bushes from the Valentine's Day update. Nearby, just wanted to show you the view of his other hedge-adorned parks as well. The city's just full of greenery. Second to last, we have Tina Z25, who has their Springfield out in front of the town hall with a nice walkway of lampposts and flowers. But I also wanted to show off this really nice churchyard. Check out the angel statues and the benches as if just ready for a wedding to take place. And then the winner of my creativity contest, where to place your Jebediah Springfield, is Happy Honey 27. Happy Honey 27 put their Jebediah Springfield in a junkyard surrounded by all kinds of other random decorations, and I thought this was a really clever place to put the Springfield. Very unique compared to all of the others that I've seen. So thanks to those who sent in their Jebediah Springfields. At the end of this video, I'll give you the challenge for next episode. Now, I've got a lot of other Springfields to feature this week, so let's start with 7 Ebony 7. I wanted to take a look at the depressed garden. Typically, I've seen benches used as stairs going upwards. Here's just a nice view of benches going downwards into a sunken garden. Also wanted to show off AM4692's Krusty Lou Studios with the Channel 6 studios there. You can see behind a number of different decorations and some reporter vans. This just looked like a Hollywood backlot to me. Ancash 105 has decorated their city with pyramids made out of various different artifacts. I thought that was pretty clever. And Arjerlis is creating pictures out of various types of hedges and other greenery. This to me looks like maybe a TARDIS, a Doctor Who TARDIS. I also wanted to show off A. Robinson 1755's outdoor eating area in front of the Pimento Grove. And I wanted to show off the magnifying glass of Ascensio 340, which is meticulously pointed at the monkey's eye. And behind it you can see the word Springfield spelled out flowers. bdfrood is another city that is comprised of mostly waterways instead of typical streets, leaving his Springfield residents stranded on islands. And BDIHP has a city with, this is probably the most clever use of these giant floating balloons that I've seen. Each one is atop a pyramid of bushes. bgameguy is using his giant magnifying glass to start and maintain the Springfield tire fire. I'm actually surprised I hadn't seen this in more cities. Next we have Brucesims City, And what's unique about this one is extensive use of bushes around all of the buildings, forming interesting little yards and walkways. Then we have a number of entries from CBudny, and I wanted to show these off because in CBudny's email, this person took the time to describe exactly what it was I was supposed to look at. In this case, this is a hedge maze for centering and spiritual contemplation while Dr. Nick operates on your loved one. He also has the Burns Manor hedge monograms. And this one is very subtle, and I may have missed it if I was just randomly browsing the city, but in his email he points out that all roads lead to the Apple Store. We also have hristopherColon. This is the nicest farm that I've seen. You can see pumpkin patches and other flower patches arrayed around Cletus's farm. Czenczy has created a nice little plus sign in front of the Springfield General Hospital. Obviously that is the universal sign for a hospital. Derfwolrah has created an interesting eating patio area around the Gilded Truffle. You can see how the bridges and the water are sort of staggered in there to make a really interesting little patio. Happy Honey 27 has a cool outdoor public swimming pool, but what I really liked about this one, check out the brick walls and the bench with the blue, what I would call a towel, because that's a little changing room. I really like these little details. And JCG6421 has created a billboard announcing spring with the bunny hedge, and then behind it you can see the start of a stairway that goes up a really big hill in the back of the city. And in the foreground there is some type of a building made out of fences, wood and chain link fences for windows with grassy, bushy trees on top. I just thought that was an interesting looking building. Alright, here we have legohamlet has done a clever little artistic thing with all of the trash. And here is another artistic little spiral. This one is lindralis. Mr. T spells out the word Springfield in hedges. Never Think 96 has used a nice combination of hedges around a lot of the buildings in town, differentiating them, and I liked where he put the gorgeous grandpa sign sort of as like a billboard in front of some of those little shops. Fat Sam 87 has created a nice yard in the Springfield Penitentiary. But what I thought was cool about this one was the row of cannons and flaming bushes seemingly aimed at the Springfield Penitentiary. And Rollo 1986, I just wanted to point out the backyards in this photo. So you can see they're all either surrounded by hedges or benches. But take a look, this person spent time actually decorating each and every yard in a different and unique way so that no two yards look the same. Sherry T07 has a great bunny field out in the back of their Springfield. Superblueowl has a nice little eating area. This kind of reminded me of a food court. Trieste 53, this is another drive-in movie theater. I like this one because they used the giant inflatable fish on the screen. And then I noticed these two interesting little triangle things. These are almost like those 3D animations that are impossible. These are by Ungagoy 629. Wifey Pooh Beck has done an interesting thing with the roads. Notice right around this fountain, they've created a number of squares. And I could not get my Springfield to do this, so I just wanted to show off that sort of checker pattern because I thought that was pretty clever. And then XBL Heretic has done an interesting thing with his hedges, and the two cannons seem to be sort of guarding the entrance to Krusty Lou Studios, or perhaps proclaiming a new film being produced there. So that is it for all the Springfields I had to feature this episode. If you would like to participate in my next challenge, I would love to see what you can do with Homer's Kiddie Pool. So send me an email screenshot of your Springfield featuring Homer's Kiddie Pool, to ObviousObscure@gmail.com, and I'll probably be accepting those up to April 1st, at which time I will go ahead and film the next episode. So thanks to everybody who submitted till now, and see you next time in my neighbor's yard.